Conceal us, O night. Selene.
Yes?
To Tartarus. I was born for this.
You found the memo. The Fates. They told me so themselves, figured I'd spread the word, being a messenger and all. And you know what? They're right. Sounds like their time away gave them a change of heart.
Haste. To chaos. Still intact. Tucked away.
The three fates are at last returned, and that is well. Thus your assistance with my quandary is complete. But as to whether you discovered them or they decided to return remains unclear. They create far more questions now than I.
About that. Protect me. The honors, please, Phrenos. It's done.
Weaver sisters, did you now? Just when I thought they left the lot of us for good. Don't quite know what to make of their new prophecy, but time eventually will always tell with those.
Flame of the hearth.
Blue and black and burgundy. Oh.
I wanted you to have this. The ambrosia of the gods. You have our talent, and you even have our pride. I figure, what's one more of our greatest gifts?
Ambrosia. You'll soon spoil me like this, you big silly. What am I going to do with so much? I'll be sipping away forever.
Forever's a long time, and ideally this is for sharing anyhow. Perhaps for the eventual grand opening of your shop.
Now there's an idea. Well then, I ought to store this safe and sound, and know just the way. Wrapped in the finest silk.
You might not believe this, Arachne, but recently I met the Fates themselves. All three of them.
Oh, you did you? And did you happen to see what they were working on? I like to keep up with the latest happenings in the weaving world.
Well, if anything, I got the sense that they were in between projects and might be weaving less from here on out.
Sounds like they just couldn't keep up. But that's all right. The old always have to make way for the young and the new. And before you get too worried that I'm speaking out of turn, I don't think they'll notice little old me. Enjoy it while it lasts.
There.
Goodbye.
You dare. Olympus, I accept this message. Very well. They're gone. Good find. Here, fishy. Hooked one. Now come along. Next. This'll be over soon. In shadow I serve. I bid you shine for me again tonight.
Your headmistress informed me that you finally located the three fates. Then all is finally set right. Although I feel as before, perhaps they wish to see what shall transpire if we each continue plotting out the course of our own lives. The path of stars.
Selene's hidden strength.
The Aspect of Selene. Ah, you spoke the vow of rivals once more, and I didn't even have to ask. Was it the added fierceness of this test that compelled you, or the change of locale?
Perhaps both, Headmistress. I want to keep things lively and to keep making the most of these tests of yours.
Keeping things lively may be difficult in this realm, but I take your meaning. I have asked you to hold nothing back against me, and this way I can best heed my own advice.
Outlasted her.
Look to my light nearby.
Should I change things up? Beginning descent. Countless dead ends, one way through. And those spiders get around. Stay where you are. There it is. A boon.
Weavers of destiny have sprouted up from the earth once again, and conveniently right after we quelled the Titan's uprising without them having to intervene. We never could depend on the fates.
activated. The path across the sky.
By grace of night.
Pinhead's there. Down we go. That was for the fall. We're settled.
Everybody here is going off about the Fates deciding to show up unceremonious, to which I say, so what? Nobody knows what they're doing, them least of all. Mayhap I'm just jealous they'll be taking time off work.
Better. Straightforward. Slowing down. Chronos, hypnotize. Well done.
Oh, the three fates finally decided to make an appearance, just as we were getting used to not having them around. What grand prophecy do they have in store for us now, Whatever it is, we'll handle it, I'm sure.
Right. In the name of Hades. Hail, boatman. You mean your sisters, the Fates? You knew they'd be all right? I never imagined I could even meet them myself. One of them, she reminded me a little bit of you. Well, it was only a first impression. Tucked away. We're all here. So what's next for Scylla and the Sirens now that you've had your big break? An even bigger venue? Better songs?
Even bigger venue, possibly. Even better songs, impossibly. Because our music is already the best. We could always make more if we really want. But right now, me and the gals want something more. Please welcome a very special guest.
Won't shut up. Another pearl.
With such a rousing show abruptly ended all too soon, the shades there in attendance are left to wonder whether to await an encore or a refund.
Passes on unrefundable, I think. I'd best switch keepsakes there. Should be useful. Out of here. They won't budge. Now, all of you. Flourish. Be gone. I'm a fraud. Not true. I think I'm finished here. Queen Lamia returns. In you go. Olympus, I accept this message.
Again, don't tempt me. Expecting someone else. Taking a moment to get my bearings. Was nice and quiet here till you showed up.
You haven't seen a gentle-looking nymph nearby, have you? She's often here on this bridge.
Might be I scared her off. Got more important things to do than chasing nymphs. Anyway, go on. The spirits in this place won't like us making nice. Catch.
Thanks.
You little.
Illuminate my path. drown them out. Into the purse. Got you. All right, fish. That's a bite. A fine catch. This way feels right. Hi, boy. Let's do our thing. Incoming.
The many tiny demons causing hellish Cerberus to itch and scratch so much no longer bother him for now.
Now be at peace again. Victory. Made it back here.
Your Grace.
Needed that. Going down.
having a word with Father about the extent of this incursion.
Onward. Family.
There she is. We heard of the return of the three fates. How much you had to do with it shall be for you to know. But tell us, were they in good spirits at the least?
They seemed to be. Clotho, who spoke the most by far, she seemed in quite a cheery mood now that you mention it. So much so that I have trouble imagining her otherwise.
Then we are fortunate, perhaps, for they can be a temperamental bunch. Their moods may not solely dictate the nature of their weavings, but certainly must correlate.
We were told they would cease their weavings for a while. You don't believe it, do you, though, Hades?
No, absolutely not. Although I welcome each of you to draw whichever conclusions you see fit.
Careful, all right?
Two more chambers. Witch's Delight.
The fleeting quality of beauty is what makes us long for it. But even for those whose outer beauty has abandoned them, there's often inner beauty that burns bright. Don't you agree, dear Hestia?
Careful with that line of reasoning there, Aphrodite. You don't have much inner beauty to speak of, and your outer beauty I can melt off in a snap. And growing all those lustrous tresses back would take a while by my reckoning.
Behold, how humiliating. even our boons must be concealed, lest we risk revealing too much about our plans and defenses to our enemies.
Good.
Go on, my timekeeper.
Wow.
We meet again, my girl. Now, what is that preposterous contraption which you wear? Alas, not even I am able to keep up with you young upstarts in your perplexing fashion trends.
Oh, this is the black coat. I haven't put it on for fashion's sake, although you're right in that you won't be able to keep up.
Such confidence in your abilities, or in the Fate's designs. But you must know, newfangled armaments such as that cannot compare with the classics. Lest you forget. Did Hades teach you that? bitter defeat. Now that is more like it.
Wait for me, Father. We made it back here safe and sound, didn't we, Phrenos?
You. Got a lot of weird stuff in here, you know that?
Well, see you.
All right.
Princess? I have a bit of an awkward question, Princess. What is the custom here for making declarations of affection? I did try asking Dora first, but she didn't give me practical advice.
Declarations of affection. I'm afraid I have bad news in that there is no custom for that here. You just choose the moment to express yourself and hope your feelings are reciprocated.
I see. Well then, I'll have to choose a moment very carefully. I appreciate the information and your patience.
Oh, anytime. Some salt.
You had an audience with the three Fates. Your incantation from so many nights ago must have taken effect. Hermes indicated they're in good spirits, but shall be continuing their leave. Well done drawing them out, nevertheless.
Thank you, Headmistress. I get the impression that they sought me more so than the other way around, but at least we know they're safe. They also mentioned you.
They did they? In what capacity?
They said you've... well, is there someplace more private where we can discuss this, do you think?
Let's to the springs. You've earned the rest. And we can sit and talk about what's on your mind, and theirs.
Just right.
So, what do the three weaving sisters know of me then, You were about to say.
They told me... I believe the phrase they used was you had pulled some strings. They didn't elaborate, but suggested I ask you about it.
Pulled strings. I know full well what they meant. But to this point, I was uncertain whether they did. Let me twist your question back. What do you suppose they implied?
I got the sense they felt that you had altered their designs somehow. Pulling strings, changing their weavings, and not in a small way either, but I merely guess.
You don't merely anything, Malinois. Well, if those three already know my past, you ought to know it too. And 'tis easier to explain, I suppose, if you look upon me as I am.
Headmistress, what? You're beautiful. But what is this? I don't understand. Some trick you're playing, or some glamour, or...
No. The trick is when the veil is on. Look upon me, and do not avert your eyes. I know those eyes better than you.
You're... How is this possible? Who are you?
When I was a mere babe, I washed up on the bank of the Cocytus, with naught but moonlight to guide me. Selene looked out for me, informed me that the Titan Chronos took my family, and that I alone escaped. Thus, I trained.
You trained for the task. Death to Chronos. You attempted all of that before I did.
Before is not entirely correct. I was a capable student, but very raw. Vengeance was my headmistress. And one night I found the wretch. spewed every curse that I knew, and descended into the abyss of his subconscious.
But I had you to teach me to descend to the abyss of the subconscious. You mean to say you figured it out entirely on your own? That's impossible.
Speaking from experience, I beg to differ. But at any rate, something did go awry. Time and nightmare fused, and I discovered I was someplace else. I sought the end of time, but had arrived somewhere closer to the beginning.
And then you lived for eons, waiting for the weavings of the fates and me for a second chance. Headmistress, Gods.
I dared not tamper with the fates' designs more than was strictly needed. In this form, I ingratiated myself to your father and mother, became handmaiden to the queen, in fact. Thus, when Chronos inevitably struck, they gave their newborn daughter not to the river Styx, but to me.
Then, you did everything in your power to prepare me, so that I might succeed where you failed.
Correct. 'Tis as I always told you, I am not your mother, Melinoe. Neither did I have one myself. However, I had reason to be confident in your abilities. So, there you are. How you must hate me for all this.
No. How can you even say that still, Headmistress? I love you, and you are my mother, whether you can admit it or not. And even if we're far too much alike.
I love you too, of course, Melinoe, with all my heart and soul. Far more than I could ever love myself. And I am so sorry for all that you had to endure, for the family you never had.
But I have my family. I have you.
Neria's soul must know of this, I trust you understand. The three fates, fine, and we and no one else. Now then, shall we pretend that none of this transpired?
I'll be discreet, of course, but won't pretend.
And how's Callisto doing? Everything all right with her? Still frolicking around the woods up there, or what?
Oh, she's been fine. Plenty of nymphs and beasts to keep her company. She knows that my assignment is long-term, and I can't be in touch by boon. Though you're all right?
More or less. Plenty to do around here lately, though I don't get to do it all. But making sure I'm getting my fair share.
You haven't changed a bit. I'll see you, Nem.
Yeah, see you too.
Drink of the earth.
I see we got some new faces today, fresh out of Erebus. So this is the Black Coat. An armament such as the world has never before seen. Probably because that thing can punch or blow up anybody fool enough to cross your path.
It fits like it was made for me.